means to remove the redundancy, right? Because of redundancy, lots of problem will going to occur. If my table is having redundant data, the same name is there for 4 times, and suppose I want to change the address, so at one place the address will going to change, and other places address will remain as it is. And we have to remove the unnecessary duplication of data, because it will going to create a problem when we want to modify something. There is no consistency, or we can say inconsistency will be there. So if I want to delete the data, at one place it is going to delete, and at other places it will be as it is, because there are duplicate data. So there is, we can say, problem in data deletion. So we have to apply the normalization on our table. I have taken this PPT from the V. Rajaraman System Analysis and Design book, because they have given some theoretical exam and which is easy to understand. That's why I have taken this example. Okay. Now you can see here, this is one relation which is unnormalized. There are some fields are blank. There are some duplications occur. Now you can observe how means we have to treat this. So you can see that observe order for many times. Item lines has many attribute called composite attribute. You can see here item line is consist of item code, quantity and price. It means suppose I want to delete one attribute quantity, I can't. It is like name attribute, composite, first name, middle name and last name. So I cannot delete middle name or first name or last name individually. If I delete one, everything will going to delete, which is practically not a good thing. So what I can say is, every tuple has a variable length. There is no fixed length of any tuple. They are of, means all the rows are of different length. So difficult to store non-uniform data. These are the non-uniform data. They doesn't have equalities. So give item code, difficult to find the quantity order. From the item code, it is difficult to find out the quantity order, because some of the places there is blank. There is no item code is given, right? So this is called unnormalized data or unnormalized relation. We have to normalize it, make it proper. So first thing is, we have to identify the composite attribute. Means here we are having item line attribute, which is, we can say, composite attribute, which consists of item code, quantity and price. So first you have to find out such kind of composite attribute. Next thing is, convert this composite attribute into the individual attribute. By finding out this composite attribute, we have to try to convert it into, we can say, individual attributes, right? So how it is possible? Suppose I am having my composite attribute, I can say name, which consists of first name, middle name and the last name. So here you are having item lines which consist of item code, quantity and price. So you have to define all three attributes individually. You have to separate out the composite attribute. Duplicate common attribute as many times as the line in composite attribute. So which are the common attribute that we have to duplicate? Every attribute describes the single property, no composite attribute. Some of the data are duplicated, and this is called first normal form or flat file. So there are some condition of the normal form, and there are some normal forms. You can see here, first we are having first normal form, then second normal form, then third normal form, BCNF, fourth normal form, and fifth normal form. Every normal form satisfies certain conditions, and the higher normal form will going to satisfy their own condition, plus it is going to satisfy the condition of lower level normal form. If I can talk about the third normal form or second normal form, so second normal form will going to satisfy all the conditions of first normal form, plus it is having its own conditions. It is going to satisfy that also. Third normal form will going to include second normal form. It satisfy all the conditions of second normal form, plus it is having its own other conditions. Same way, all the higher normal form will going to satisfy the condition of lower level normal form. So here you can say that if we can talk about the first normal form, then what we have to do, we have to first satisfy the condition. You have to identify the composite attribute. This is the unnormalized relation. We have to normalize it. we are applying one by one forms. So first we are applying first normal form and we are identifying the composite attribute. After identifying composite attribute, we are converting that composite attribute into individual attributes. You can see here this item line attribute is now converted into item code, quantity and price. So these three are the individual attributes. Now there is no composite attribute. Now we have to duplicate some common attribute as many times as line in composite attribute. You can see here there is no value for order number and order date in front of this row or in front of this attribute. There is again no value in front of this row. So what we have to do, we have to duplicate these two values and fill all the rows. We don't have to keep anything blank. Again we have to duplicate this value and fill this row. So every item code should have some order number and order date. So here I can say I have duplicated these two values for this row. I have duplicated this value for this row. So now I'm having order number and order date for all the item codes, right? So there are some duplication occurs in first normal form. Every attribute describes the single properties, no composite attribute. Some data are duplicated and this is called flat file, or we can say first normal form. The second thing is every cell consists of single value. You cannot give comma and enter some other value here, right? So you cannot enter 1000 here by giving comma. So there is every cell. We can say we have to consider this as a table. These are the, we can say, rows and column of this table. So every cell consists of rows and column. This value is called cell. This box is known as a cell. So every cell is having one value, single value. You cannot write down more than one value in one cell. So we can say that first normal form is the first essential step in normalization. Higher normal forms are known as the second normal form, third normal form, BCNF, fourth and fifth normal form exist. Each is improvement of the preceding one. Higher normal form also satisfy the requirements of lower normal form. Higher normal form steps are based on it detect the dependency between the attributes, it identify the key attributes, it detects the multi-value dependency between the attributes. Okay. Next topic is functional dependency. Before understanding second normal form, we have to understand what is functional dependency. So for given x and y as a two attribute in relationship, if given x, if only one value of y corresponds to it, then y is functionally dependent on x. Given item code and item name known, item code and item name. So here, if I can draw the arrow in between x and y, you can see here. So what I can say here, y is functionally depends on x, right? If I will draw arrow in between item code and item name, so I can say that item name is functionally depends on item code, right? Every item name is having one item code, individual. Like employee name is depend on employee code. So there is the functional dependency. Functional dependency may have composite attribute also. So quantity and price depends on either order number and item code. Student name depends on, we can say, student name and branch depends on student enrollment number and student exam number. So these are the dependency. It can have single attribute or it can have multi-valued attribute. Now the example is find out the candidate key. Okay, they have given you a definition like this. Relation R is having attribute A, B, C, D, E, and F, and these are the dependency they will give you, and we have to find out the possible candidate keys. Now, how to find out the candidate keys? We have to first find out the closure. Okay, what is the closure of A? Closure of A is a C, right? And A itself. If I want to find out the closure of A, then A and C will be the closure of A. Okay. Now from C, where I can go C to D. So I can say that from A, I can write down the closure of A is that particular A itself. Then I can write down A tends to C. So C I can write down. And from C I can go to D. So you can write down D also here, comma to the comma. From D you can write down B. So you can say that D to B. So these are the closure of A. It means from A you will going to get this many values. So for everything you can find out. Suppose I want to find out the closure of C. So in that case I can write down C. Closure of C is equal to C itself will come, and C tends to D is there. You can see here in second rule C tends to D. So I can write down D here, and from D I am getting B. So I can write down B. And see here from B I am not getting anything. From A I am getting C. From E I am getting F, but from B I am not getting anything. So from C I am getting B, C, and D, right? So these are the, we can say, closure of C. Likewise, you can find out closure of all the values. You can even combine the values. Now we have to find out the candidate key. Now how can we find out the candidate key? Okay, for finding out the candidate key, what you have to do, let me okay. First, you have to find out the values which are absent in right hand side. So you can tell me which are the values which are the values which are in this relation, but they are not present in right hand side of this dependency. Can anyone answer me? Can anyone answer me which are the values? Anyone? See here. Find out. See, C is there present, right? D is present. You have to just check right hand side, not left hand side. We have to just check from this values also only. E is there present. F is present. F is also present, right? So which two values which are absent right hand side? Now you can easily find out. You can even can reply me.
A E. A or E.
So A and E. So for A and E is our candidate key, which are the absent in right hand side will become our candidate key. So for A and E we have to find out the closure. Now tell me which are the closure of A. ચલો બોલો A ના closure કયા છે મેં હમણાં શીખવાડ્યા તમને. બોલો.
C D B. A C
પહેલા
D
તો
B.
A itself will come, right? From the first functional dependency, you can write down A tends to C. So C is the closure of A. Very nice. From C, you can find out D. right? Because C tends to D. From D, what I can find out? D. Getting or not? Atle khaba padi ke nahi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next is E. We have E. So we have to find out the closure of E also. So E itself will come, right? And E tends to what? F.
Oh,
From the dependency number 4, you can find out E tends to F. So you can write down E tends to F. Now you can find out, compare with this relationship. The candidate, from the candidate key, you are going to get all the attributes of your table. Just like primary key, from enrollment number, I can find out everything about the student. So here you will going to get the, like, all the values through which you can find out, we can say, all the values of given relationship. So from the combination of E and A, you can find out A, which is there, right? You can find out C. C is also there. You can find out D. D is also there. You can find out B. B is there. You can find out E. E is there in relationship. You can find out F. You can find out H. So from the combination of A and E, you will going to get all the values of your relationship, right? So minimal of super key is known as the candidate key. Through that combination of candidate key, you will going to get all the values. I'll give you some example. You have to do the practice by yourself. I'll mail you that examples by today evening. Okay. Now second normal form. So after end of, we can say there is no no, this is the overall second normal form. What are the condition of second normal form? It should be in first normal form. It means it is going to satisfy all the condition of first normal form. Non-key attributes are functionally depends on primary key attribute. Okay. If I'm taking student example, student enrollment number is, I can say, primary key attribute or my key attribute. Then the remaining attributes, student name, student address, city, state, phone number, zip code, these all are the non-key attributes, right? So if I'm taking one attribute as a primary key, then other non-key attribute functionally depends on primary key. What it means, from that particular student enrollment number, I'm going to get all the attributes, remaining attributes. Suppose in our ERP system, I'll enter your name, then I'm not going to get all the details. But if I'm entering your enrollment number, in that case, I'm going to get all the details about the student. That enrollment number, from the enrollment number, I can get your name, your address, your admission year, your fee status, everything related. So if a key is composite, then no non-key attribute can be functionally depend on one part of the key. So I can say that if the key is composite, more than one, we can say primary key are there, enrollment number and exam number, then no non-key attribute can be functionally depend on one part of that key. It doesn't mean that it is going to depend on only one part. They have to depend on everything, two parts. So here I'm having composite key in item order table, order number and item code, order order date, quantity, price and unit are the non-key attribute, right? So order number and item code, order date, quantity and price. So this table is not in a second normal form because non-key attribute depends on the part of the key attribute. Price and unit depends on item code only. So second normal form relations are, now I'm dividing this relation into different tables, three table, order table which consists of order number and order date. So I can say that order date functionally depends on order number. Price table which consists of item code, so I can say that price of item will depend on its code, right? Suppose I'm having Parle-G. So it is having particular code and its price is depend according to that code. Whenever you are entering data into library books detail, they are scanning through the barcode. So what is that barcode? It consists of an item code, right? So whenever you are paying some bill, so they are also scanning that barcode. Through that barcode, they will going to get to know that price of that particular item. Order detail. So order detail depends on item number and item code. Order number and item code. This is my order number. Suppose I have ordered something. So I have given her my 100 number is my order number. And the item I have ordered is having a different code, that I have ordered some grocery item like Parle-G, like something washing powder, soap. So these are the, we can say, it's a quantity. So I need, suppose 5 bags of I can say washing powder. So this 5 quantities depend on both the thing. Suppose I have ordered, we can say, Ariel washing powder of 5 packet. So that 5 packet depends on the Ariel item code plus the order number I have placed. So these entities depend on these two entities, or we can say attribute. Now we have to observe that single first normal form relationship into split into 3 second normal relationship. So first normal form is consists of order number, date, item code, quantity, and price. Now in second normal form, it is going to divide into 3 different table. So all non-key attribute functionally depends on the primary key attribute, not only a part of that particular attribute. Now what are the advantages by repeating all these things, by we can say splitting this table into 3 different table. So you can see here order number and order date. Here we are removing the duplicate values, right? 1456, there are duplication occurs. That duplication is going to remove. Second thing is, if order 1886 of the item 4629 is cancelled, the price and unit is lost in first normal form, as the whole tuple will be, we can say, deleted. Suppose I am for 4627 is the item code of my, I can say, Ariel washing powder, right? Now I don't want this thing, so I'm cancelling my order. But if I'm cancelling my order, it means they are deleting that particular whole row. So I can say that this is duplicated. So 1886 and 1788 are also going to delete. But these are the, we can say, item code is also going to delete, which we required, right? Suppose Ariel powder, I don't want that particular thing, but they should have other packets in their mall, and other customer are going to purchase that particular packet. So they should have to maintain their order code. From that order code, they can find out that price and they can calculate the bill for the other customer. But because of this, we can say, relationship, common relationship, all the details, important details are also going to remove. That is not going to happen with this particular thing, right? So it should remain as it is, because order number is in different table also, right? So if from my table, if I'll remove, then it will not going to remove from the database. From my entry only, it will going to remove if I have split that particular table. In second normal form, item price not lost when order 1886 for the item 4269 is cancelled. Only 4 rows in order details are going to delete, right? So I can say that the rows of that particular my table, order detail table, are going to delete, but in order detail, it will remain as it is. In price, it will remain as it is. So the important information will not going to lost. Duplication of data in a relation is not there. So you can see that there are certain values duplicated in first normal form, that is not going to duplicate here. It means duplication is a bit, we can say, removed. A normalization is to remove the redundancy or duplication, but I cannot say that from the first table you are going to remove all the duplication. First normal form consists of a bit duplicated values, and duplicated values are removing from the higher normal form. We can go from one to other to next. So the duplication will going to be reduced level wise. From first normal form, there are duplicate values, it is not going to remove instantly, right? There are other examples also given for the second normal form, but I'm going to stop my lecture here. We will see next time.